Hello, hello. Right, can you hear me? Hopefully that's okay. So I'm just going to hang on until I hear that you can hear me okay. Hello, Karen from Hertfordshire. Oh gosh, let's turn this off. Hello, Caravan Shorts. Thanks for joining us. So, and Stephen and Karla. So I've said hello to you. A lot of you. I've frozen. Have I frozen already, Mark? Jutta can hear me. Simon, thank you. Yep. And Richard. So it looks like you'll hear me loud and clear there in Stoke-on-Trent. I've already greeted some. We've got people here in New Orleans. Richard's here from New Junction. We have Model Railway Royalty. Hello, Richard. Wow, gosh, lots of people tuning in now. Really good. So it looks like everything's fine. Welcome everybody. As you can see, I'm in the Airstream. Oh, and hang on. I know that it's not me you want to see. There he is. Dougal, could you just look at the camera? Dougal, would you mind just looking at the camera? I think that's as good as it's going to get, folks. Yeah, I'm afraid I think that's as good as it's going to get. Hello, Faith. You've just popped up there. And Kevin from Elgin. Hello. I'll come back and say some more hellos in a minute. So for those of you watching on catch up, it's really boring when I just say hello to everybody. Hello. So going to kick off what we're going to talk about today. Give you some news about what we've done, what we're going to do. Update you on the Airstream, on Düsseldorf, and things like that really. And I've got a bit of an exciting new launch, so I'm very excited about that. So we'll talk about that nearer the end. That's the oh, did I see Camper Toby's in the house? Camper Toby, what a surprise. Excellent. I don't know if we've got Marcus here too, fan for van, but anyway, we'll come on to that later on in the program. So as a lot of you will know, I've said goodbye to Glynnis, the vintage Sprite, which was pretty tough, but not as tough as what a lot of you may not know is I've also said goodbye to my motorbike, and that was really quite hard after 30 years of being a biker to admit that a motorbike was not really sort of going to fit in with the life anymore. You know, when you let new things in, like a life in the Hebrides, you have to let certain things go, and unfortunately I let the motorbike go. Also slightly boring is that obviously, like a lot of people, I know I'm far from unique, obviously lost a lot of work in March that hasn't reappeared, so it kind of makes sense to say goodbye to Glynnis and to the bike, because obviously running two caravans and a motorbike, and especially the bike for the luxury, well, and a second caravan, didn't make a lot of sense in any form. So unfortunately we've said goodbye to the bike, the motorbike, the Triumph Thruxton. That's gone to a new home, actually with an ex-school friend, and Glynnis has gone to a really lovely guy called Alex. We're in touch. I think him and his family might have gone up to get her this week, or they might be getting her next week. And funnily enough, Alex also has a 1962 Airstream Bambi, so that's really good. He restores, I think, vintage military vehicles, so I'm really happy that Glynnis has gone to a really good new home. And what was really good as well is that Alex also wanted the upholstery for Glynnis, you know, the original upholstery, because I got the new upholstery that was made by Phil at the channel Lost Weekends, and I had the original upholstery, and yes, Alex wanted the original as well to keep the whole thing original, so that was really nice. So, and as a lot of you know, as you may have seen, got the Airstream back, which is super exciting, and obviously for a carry on with that, just want to say a huge, well, first of all, what have I had done? And that is purely the chassis work has been done. So where the axle mountings were cracked, and of course this was on the same side as when I hit that huge pothole before the speed bump in those services on the M25 that grounded us and bashed the mover. So that speed bump and pothole, obviously I can't prove anything, but it just happened to be the same side. Looks like it's caused actually many thousands of pounds worth of damage, because obviously I had to have a new motor mover as well. But I just want to say a huge thank you to Alco, who fixed the chassis, to Bailey of Bristol, as you know, many of you know, who actually recovered the Airstream when it was found out that we had the problem, and of course to Airstream Inc. of the United States, mothership, who, because Alco kindly provided the labour to do the repair without charging me, and Airstream kindly footed the bill for all the parts. So that is really kind of them all, and Bailey didn't charge me a bean for recovering the Airstream and looking after it in their workshop. So I feel as if I've been really well looked after by the caravan industry. Some people will say, well, yeah, but then I do quite a bit for the caravan industry. So I just want everyone to know that the caravan industry does reciprocate and look after the people who try and help promote it. So I think that is really kind of everyone to look after us. So right, I'm going to have a quick look at the comments now. So where are, oh my goodness me, 257 watching. Wow, hello to everyone. So if I don't say hi to you, that's really sorry. Obviously it's all coming up really quickly, so I can't say hello to everyone, so I'm only going to concentrate on the people I've not spoken to yet. So Highlander staying in Balavanich. Oh, I'm homesick, I really am homesick. Hello Bowdy Bear, and of course said hello to Camper Toby, and oh, the Venomator Roger, hello Rog. Teddy Wanderer, hello Teddy Wanderer. Hi there, thanks for joining us. Henry, lots of familiar names. Henry Linsdall, hello there. Harry and Wendy, thanks for joining us. Chris Hall, hello. Go Tour, my two bikes up for sale, motorhome, here I come. So yeah, we can't, you know, we can't do everything. With every toy comes obligation and stuff. Tuga Vlog, hello, how are you today? Sorry you're not that late, Tuga Vlog. Oh, Bob Mackay, hello Bob and Aileen up in Glasgow, thanks for joining in. And Gregor McGregor, fine Scottish name there. Mads, hello Linda Griffiths. Wow, I feel like I've got all the royalty here. Rolling with the Robsons, speaking of royalty. And the Motorhome Man, oh, it's jumped. It's all jumped. Frank, hello Frank, and UK Transport Videos 82. So excellent. Oh, Lee Richardson, Graham Mullins, hello from Worksop. That is super duper. So yeah, really good to be here. So that's basically what's happened so far. So sold Glynnis, sold the motorbike, and we got the Airstream back, and I'm really delighted about the Airstream. So just to be, some people have asked about the repair itself. What Alco did is quite complicated, but this is what they call a Series 1 Airstream, which was built in 2010, and that meant that Airstream sent the body over to the UK. It was fitted out by a third party, and it was on a BPW chassis. Well, obviously BPW since then in the UK no longer make caravan chassis. They were taken over by Alco, and Alco have done their best with a BPW chassis. So they've had to order in new parts, they've had to replace certain parts. So basically it's all been done a little bit like that. And yeah, so that's what's happened. The chassis repair is all... Goodness, I've got someone, excuse me. Dougal, excuse me. Hello. Hang on a minute. Dougal, that's enough. Dougal.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Just
sorry about this. What are you doing here?
Just wanted to come and see you.
So,
Hello,
for
Dougal.
those of you who don't know, this is Stephen and Karla. Oh, that's better.
Hi, folks.
From sorry, that's better. That's better. So we've got Stephen and Karla here from the blog Adventure Wheels. Can you? Oh yeah, we can see you all right. Can you crouch down a little bit, Steve? Because.
There we go.
So-
So my own height sometimes.
So right. So Karla, you write a blog, don't you? Adventure Wheels. Yeah. So I think Shanna's going to put that on the chat right now. Now, Stephen, you've got some rather big news, haven't you?
Well, just a little bit, yes.
Louder.
We've just launched an Adventure Wheels YouTube channel, which is on YouTube.
So was that an Adventure Wheels YouTube channel, you say?
An Adventure Wheels YouTube channel, and we've had one video up so far,
So
where we look around a coach-built GB adapted, wheelchair-accessible caravan.
So in case the sound isn't coming out, so you got one video up, you look around a wheelchair adapted coach-built UGB
Coach-built GB.
caravan.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So if Shanna puts the link up, people can subscribe to your YouTube channel, can't they, Stephen and Karla?
If they want to.
I think
if they
they
think
should.
it's worth this.
I
We're
think-
hoping to mainly do sort of travel vlogs and basically bring to life some of the stories that Karla writes on the website.
Brilliant. So Karla's going to keep blogging, and you're going to keep vlogging, and it's all going to be.
See what happens.
And it's not just going to be for accessible travel, is it? Because obviously, being an interabled couple.
It's gonna be anything. People seem to quite like the first video, which was looking around an accessible caravan. I don't know if everyone's sort of seen that sort of thing before.
Yeah,
so
it's
maybe
brilliant.
if an opportunity for something like that comes up again, we'll show you that as well.
Brilliant. Okie dokes. Well, thanks
Okay.
for popping round.
Well, thanks for sharing our news. It's very kind of you.
Well, I
nice to
couldn't.
see
As
you.
you keep following me around the country, I can't really help it, can I?
Poor man can't get away from us.
But you have promised me a vegan sausage casserole, so I'll do
Absolutely.
anything for a sausage.
Cafe Karla's finest.
At Cafe Karla. Well, thanks for joining us.
Oh, we'll get back to watching you now, I think.
All right, okay. See
Bye,
you later.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There, and that even woke up Dougal. Gosh. Right, now excuse me, folks. I'm just going to put the caravan back. Whoop. Oh dear. Right. Oh dear. So that wasn't planned at all, folks. Believe that, you believe anything. So yeah, that was Stephen and Karla from the blog Adventure Wheels. We were going to be on the same site at the same time, so I said, well, to us about your vlog, your channel. Thank you, Shanna. I can see Shanna's put the channel up there, and obviously, you know, because of the whole 1.5 meter thing, or 1.5 meters in Germany, is in the UK, or 1 meter if you turn up your right leg and put a peg on your nose or something. So yeah, it was the safest thing to do for them to be outside the caravan, and yeah, so there you go. So that was Stephen and Karla. What are we on to next? This brings me on to what we're going to do, and a lot of people have asked, so we've covered the Airstream repair. Have we done the refurb? No, the refurb has still got to be done. Well, it hasn't got to be done, but I want it to be done. And we are still going to Airstream Germany to go and get the refurb done, where, you know, like a new front locker, to get that rear bumper sorted out, to have the cooker replaced, because the cooker is 10 years of full-time use, or 8 years of full-time use, but 10 years of use is looking a bit grim. Get the lino up and the linos up, get the floor inspected, see that's all right. Excuse me. So I still want to go to Airstream Germany, and of course, as many as you know, it is the Düsseldorf show next week, Caravan Salon Düsseldorf. So what are we doing? Yes, I am going to Caravan Salon, but that's the plan at the moment, folks. You know how things change around very quickly. So I am still planning to attend Caravan Salon Düsseldorf. I've got my tickets, I've got my shuttle booked. Unfortunately, someone is not coming to Caravan Salon Düsseldorf, and that's this little fella. He is not coming. And those of you watching this in the UK will probably understand why. And that is, I'll just brief those of you watching outside the UK. Try not to get too political, but it's really hard not to, because the UK government decides generally at about 8 p.m. on a Thursday what countries is going to put on the naughty steps. So if a certain country has had an increase in cases of the virus, it will enforce a 14-day quarantine on arrivals from that country from 4 a.m. that Saturday. So yes, they give you 30 hours notice. 4 a.m. Saturday, why? Why don't they make it 4 a.m. Sunday? So what happens is that everybody rushes back from that country and they have 30 hours to change their reservations, pack, get to Calais or wherever they're getting the ferry from, and try and get back to the UK before 4 a.m. on a Saturday. Otherwise, they'll have to spend 14 days in quarantine. And I don't want to spend 14 days in quarantine if I'm not at home, and my home is 3 days away from Dover. So I am going to do everything I can to avoid the need to quarantine. Now, if I'm in Germany and the UK government decides to give us the comical 30 hours notice of need to quarantine coming in from Germany, I do not want to have to worry about Dougal, who needs to get his worming done, to get his passport stamped, and that might put us over the 30 hours. That might mean I need to quarantine. So I'm not prepared to take that risk. And also there is another really important aspect to that, and this is why I wanted to do this live, folks, is to explain to you how we're going to do it. So people have said, well, if you're going to take the caravan to Germany and you're going to drive back, I'm going to leave it there at Airstream Germany, surely you have to drive through France and Belgium. And France and Belgium at the moment, as far as the UK government are concerned, are on the naughty step. And the answer is yes, I do have to drive through France and Belgium, but if you do look at the UK government website, it does clearly state that if you travel in your own car through those countries, that nobody gets in your car, and if you do stop, that you don't come into contact with anyone in those countries, you can return to the UK without the need to quarantine, if you're coming from a safe country, which Germany is currently on the safe list. So it means that when I travel through France and Belgium, both directions, I need to travel without letting anyone in the car. That's really easy, but also need to not come into contact with anyone who is in those countries. Now, those of you who have come back with a pet from Calais with Eurotunnel will know that the pet check-in is in French territory. So the pet check-in is before you go through UK immigration. A lot of you know I used to work at Eurostar, so I used to work in the Eurotunnel concession, and legally the Eurotunnel concession is a bilateral agreement or by something agreement. So basically both the French and the UK governments have jurisdiction over that concession, the Eurotunnel concession. So basically, if something happens in the Calais terminal, or in the Calais side of the Channel Tunnel, both the French and the UK emergency services can attend and have legal powers in that concession. Outside the concession, where the pet check-in is, the UK has obviously zero power to do anything. So this is why Dougal is not coming to Germany. So just to mitigate any risk of having to quarantine when I come home. So that's the Düsseldorf story. So yes, Caravan Salon Düsseldorf is still going ahead as of today. Hopefully it still will. Camper Toby tells me he's going. I know Camper Toby is in the chat, and I'm hoping to see some other regulars over there. Sadly, I know Here We Tell are not going to make it. Stephen and Karla are not going to make it. So it's just going to be a few of us. It's going to be really interesting though, because also Caravan Salon Düsseldorf is going to be the first trade show in Europe since lockdown. Now there are going to be plenty of measures in place to protect everyone who's going, I'm glad to say, because that includes me. And I'm pretty sure that trade show organisations around the world are going to be watching how Caravan Salon Düsseldorf puts on the show. See you Wednesday. I've just seen that coming up from Camper Toby. So I know the world's going to be watching, so it's going to be really, really interesting. Faith, I've just caught your comment. Yes, the Erwin-Heimer group are not going to be showing at Caravan Salon Düsseldorf. But sorry, just to go back to the safety regime, there is a web, if anyone's interested, there are lots of safety regimes going on for the at the Messe Düsseldorf, for example. We've obviously all got to wear face masks. Only one person or one family unit in any one caravan at any one time. It's limited to 20,000 people per day. They've obviously given lots of extra space for aisles and extra attention to the airflow, to the air. That's it. So Shanna has just put up a link to the website all about the safety at the Düsseldorf show. So if you want to see what measures Messe Düsseldorf are taking for the show, then please do click on that link. Someone's just rightly commented, the Erwin-Heimer group are not going to be in attendance. So we're going to have no Heimer, we're going to have no Detlefs, we're going to have no Corrado, we're going to have no Etrusco. So there will be far fewer people there, and I'm really sad that they're not going, because generally Heimer and Detlefs are usually the ones with the great innovation. But Adria are going to be there, Knaus Tabbert are going to be there, and all their brands, all the Trigger Note brands are going to be there, Chausson, Challenger. So yeah, I think, folks, it's a little bit trepidatious, and it's really going to be we're just going to suck it and see. Because the other thing is, as I said, they're limiting to 20,000 people a day, one person in any vehicle at any one time, and they're also cancelling the press day. So whereas on the Friday, sort of the vloggers and the caravan press could go around the show and get all our content before people came in to start buying the products, that's not going to happen this year. They're opening Friday to spread out the spread of people. So Friday is now going to be a public day. And I can tell you now, folks, that if there are huge queues to get in particular caravans, I'm not spending the entire day queuing. So we will see. It's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to going. I'm really looking forward to catching up with the gang, Camper Toby, Marcus, Van for Van, Happy Campers, and hopefully some of the Dutch gang will be there as well, maybe some of the Russian gang. So looking forward to catching up with the international caravanning vloggers, so that'll be really good. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna have a quick look at the comments, and then we will talk about the new exciting news, and then I better shut up. So, oh my goodness me, right, so many people are here. How many? 306 watching. Wow, thank you so much. So yeah, I've answered a lot of these questions, like, are they limiting numbers at the show? Yes. And all that kind of thing. Also, yeah, Heimer group includes no Purcell and no Pilote. I didn't know that. So yeah, Julia saying, how can you not quarantine? Just explain that. Yeah, hello Lee, hello the Beckwiths. So Faith, yeah, will Airstream be there? Well, I hope so. They plan to be, I know that much. So yeah, Richard, could we negotiate early access? That's what I'm hoping, but I think it's going to be suck it and see as far as Caravan Salon goes. Yeah. Oh, so we got Adele. Yes, we still caught up with Adele in Edinburgh. You're one of the last people to see before she went to her new owner. The caravan place. Hello, and Travelling R is watching from Tokyo. I love all this when people watch from all over the world. It's really lovely. Like I say, hopefully we're going to get some international journalists there at the show as well. So yeah, cool. So when I get back from Germany, whenever that is, whether the show goes ahead or whether I have to rush back before the show because of quarantine, whatever, I do have. Well, I'm going up to visit a van converter. They're going to sponsor a couple of videos about how they make their vans, and we're going to have a look at one of the vans. That's going to be at the end of September, and that's quite a premium converter that I've got a little sponsored couple of sponsored videos with. So I'm really pleased about that, because I only like to work with brands that I respect or that I like, you know, that I'm happy to put my name to, and I'm very happy to put my name to these people. I'm not going to mention it just yet. I'm going to leave it as a bit of a surprise. But that's happening. That content will be going out sort of towards the end of September on my way home to the Hebrides. So that's hugely exciting. So that's that. That is really the only sort of sponsored job I've got now for the rest of the year. And that's fine. I'm really looking forward to it. But on to the big launch. Oh no, so Faith said that's exciting news. Oh, I've got even more exciting news than that, Faith. And that is, right, you ready for this? Fanfare. Da, 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 da. I'm launching a newsletter. Yeah, all right. I know it's not big news for most people. Most people have got newsletters, but a lot of you will know I took a month off social media not so long ago, and that went into 45 days. And I thought I want to concentrate on the people who support me and Dougal. I don't want to just spread myself for everybody. I want to concentrate on the people that matter. My audience, the people who support what I do. And I figured that I would rather expend my very limited energy on a newsletter which is more for my audience than I would just for people who are going to knock you. And that's kind of where that came from. I've been thinking about doing a newsletter for a long time. Shanna has very kindly put the link up on the chat there. But yeah, it's free of charge. You know, you don't have to pay for anything. And I'd be very grateful if you were to subscribe. I've just realised that I haven't actually put out the August newsletter. So if you sign up now, there's 2 articles on it now, and I've got the August newsletter which will go out at the end of this video. So that's ready to go. So yeah, do please sign up to the newsletter. I'm committing to putting out 1 newsletter a month on the last Sunday of every month, and maybe some extra ones if I can. But I think a lot of you will already know now that I go down the route of, if I've got nothing to say, I won't say anything. If I've got something to say, I'll say it. I don't believe in putting out content for the sake of content, and so hopefully it will be good quality. And also, what I like about being able to do a newsletter is the fact that it means I can explore things that haven't been explored before. So I think if you sign up, you'll see the latest article is actually, you know, is camping and caravanning. Is that the latest form of the Stoic philosophy? So I'm looking also at the philosophical side of things, and saying how camping can actually fit in with Stoicism, stuff like that. It doesn't get too heavy, don't get me wrong. I'm not up my own backside with all this sort of thing, but as I read new things, and I like to apply them to what we do, and just show that it's not all about you know, sitting outside and getting drunk and eating burnt sausages off a barbecue. So that's that. And then the other thing I have launched along with the newsletter is, again, nothing new for most people, but it's new for me. It's Buy Me a Coffee. And that is, it's just a way to help people support the channel if they are in a position to do so. I maintain that the content will always be available to everybody, regardless of their, whether you pay or not. I don't want to put things behind a paywall, anything like that. Not counting out a paid model in the future if I can offer something, but my general content, I don't want to put it behind any sort of a paywall. Now, a while ago, one of the Caravan vloggers said he didn't believe in doing things like Patreon or anything like that, because he felt, quite rightly in my opinion, that it should be the industry that is sponsoring what we do, because they're making an awful lot of sales on the back of what we do. And some manufacturers are really good at giving back, as I've just mentioned, Alco, Airstream, Bailey, and some are not. And other aspects of the industry are not so good at supporting our side of things. I mean, I'm not going to mention how a couple of my peers who might be watching right now have just been treated by a major caravan manufacturer who has completely stuck their fingers up at all of us, which I think is just shocking and appalling. So I am going to more of an audience-based subscription model, but it's purely voluntary. And the other thing is, unlike Patreon, which again I'm not counting out in the future, but you see, Patreon, you have to sign up for it and then you are locked in every month. And I don't want to lock people in, because last year I was in a position to be able to support a lot of small creators. This year I'm not. And I just like if you're feeling good, you like the content, yeah, you can buy me a coffee. If you're not feeling so good and things aren't so well, you can still enjoy the content and there's no stress. So that's that. So that's what I've done. So that's really everything for now. I'm just going to go back to the comments and then we will start wrapping up. Oh, Farpy, name them! No, unfortunately, I do have to maintain some degree of professionalism. But I think many of you will know which manufacturer I'm talking about. Has not really treated my friends who are watching this very well. So Linda's signed up. Thank you, Linda. Bob Earnshaw, I'll be watching. He's also fed up with energy vampires. Yes, that's one of the things, Bob. Being able to support the people who support you and not just be drained by the people who don't. Oh my goodness, I had a bit of a situation a while ago where someone got very, very angry with me because I wasn't going to be his personal consultant about Outer Hebrides tourism. And the irony was, he wanted an hour of my time for free. And when I checked this guy's website, he was a consultant who charged 400 euros for an hour of his time. Anyway, moving on. Stephanie, I wouldn't say it was she said it's a shame this industry's not supporting people like us. Stephanie, it's not the whole industry. It's just one or two manufacturers who really don't get it. And I'm not just talking about new media, I'm talking about professional organisations who have supported the industry for a long time. Yes, and the Venomator. So yeah, Snack Lofter has just signed up for my. Oh, of course, I didn't mention my the name of my newsletter, which is Streamlining. So streamlining things, focusing on the important. We can thank Shanna for that title. But yeah, the newsletter is called Streamlining. So it's a nod to the Airstream, but it's not defined by the Airstream, because obviously, who knows? I might not have an Airstream next year. Certainly don't intend to get rid of it, but you just don't know. I don't want to be, the original name for this channel, folks, the original name 10 years ago, or however long ago, was going to be Adventures with My Airstream. But how limiting would that have been? So that's why I kept it as Andrew didn't. And yeah, so Streamlining is streamlining life to focus on the important. So yeah, thank you, Shanna, for that name. So I just saw that we have tour from Norway. Hello Norway, and I still want to go to Norway. Klaus, yes, thank you, Shanna, for the title. Absolutely. Now, if anyone wants to buy Shanna a coffee, the world's best moderator, Shanna also has a Buy Me a Coffee website. So Shanna also has a Substack newsletter too, because I've just seen Anne. She subscribes to Shanna's newsletter. So yeah, if anyone wants to buy Shanna a coffee too, Shanna has got a Buy Me a Coffee. And then before I wrap up, I'd also like to say a big thank you to all the moderators. So Shanna, who has looked after everyone tonight. We've got Lee Davey, Tin Tent, who is brand ambassador for Bailey, and he's got his channel, Tin Tent, where he's got some caravan restoration. And then I say Lee's content is sort of more family focused, because he's got his kids who he travels with, and lovely wife Helen. So do check out his channel, Tin Tent, which hopefully someone will put up on the screen soon. And also the other moderator, thank you Shanna, is Richard from the channel Get Your Legs Down. Had the pleasure of meeting up with Richard a couple of weeks ago. We all went away. So Richard, that's yep, there's his channel, Get Your Legs Down. There's a lot of site arrivals on there and a lot of information for caravanners too. So a huge thank you to Shanna, to Lee, and to Richard for moderating. And yeah, I think this is going to wrap it up now. So managed to keep it in something fairly good. Got 330 now. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Thank you. John Nixon, followed for years. Thank you, John. Binged on Scott Vlog 2017 last night. Oh my goodness, thank you. I suppose you got through it all. Oh, so yeah, really lovely. So yeah, Faith, yes, very clever. Oh, who did I see there? Bertie Baggio. Oh, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. How's the little doggy? Damien Hollingbury. No, it isn't. I hope you're well, Damien. Yeah, so cool. So that's really it. That's the update. As I sort of said, you know, we're still going to Germany, still going to Airstream Germany and dropping off the Airstream there for its refurb. I've explained earlier how hopefully we won't need to quarantine on return. I will be, voluntarily, how can I put this? I'm leaving the show on the Tuesday, and I'm voluntarily not having a bubble, if you see what I mean. I've got people in my social bubble right now, like my mum, and obviously when I go to pick up Dougal, I'm not going in my mum's house. She's going to put Dougal out. I'm going to get all my stuff ready to go in the garage before I head up to Scotland. So I won't actually see my mum on return. I won't be seeing any of my friends for 2 weeks. So while I won't be quarantining, I'm actually excluding everyone from my bubble during that time. There's no legal need, but I feel there's a bit of a moral need. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So thank you so much everyone for watching. Thanks for your support. I hope you enjoy the newsletter once I remember to put the latest entry up today, the August newsletter. So look, thank you for signing up for that, those of you who had. Thank you to Shanna, to Richard and to Lee for moderating. And I'll give you one quick last look for Dougal. Dougal. There. You're going to say goodbye, Dougal. You're going to say goodbye. You're going to say goodbye. Well, I think that's all we're going to get out of him, folks. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for your support. And so you know what it just leaves me to say, from Dougal and from me, thanks for tuning in.